What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Merry Christmas Eve. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of Days. I love this episode. I did. I thought this was a good episode. I'm you know me, I'm always in a holiday spirit. Always. I love this is one of my favorite times of the year. Just one of a couple. Um, I'm glad Joey is figuring out his life, life after prison and stuff like that. And, I'm glad he's stepping up to the plate and letting his parents know, like, it's time for him to step out on his own, make his own living, support himself financially. Um, but there's a little hiccup with that because with him supporting himself financially, that means that he's leaving Salem. So he's going to take up a job with Stephanie working in Seattle. And I can understand why, Kayla was crying and stuff because none of her children are going to be in town. Stephanie's been gone for quite some time and now Joey's leaving again after they just got him home, and he's leaving literally the next day, like the day after Christmas. Like he's literally leaving in less than 24 hours. So I could totally understand why she's like emotional about it and stuff like that because they just got him home and now he's leaving tomorrow. Um, And I know it sucks, and it's bad enough, like, they didn't have both of their children there for the holidays and stuff, and now to get hit with this news. But it's not all bad, it's good news. Like, at least he's leaving town to go handle himself and handle his own business and get himself together. I freaking applaud that. I really do. I applaud it. And, Steve was there to comfort her and just let her know like their kids are going to be good, we're going to be good, you know but as hard as it is for any parent to let go of their child, it's like they're not children anymore, and they want to carve out their own life, and sometimes that means moving to another state, because that's where the opportunity is. So anyway, moving on from that, Trip is worried about Ava, and of course, Steve is the least bit concerned about her because he feels like Ava's just being Ava. This is another one of her tricks, another one of her stunts. That's how Steve feels. But Trip isn't buying it. He feels like there's something really going on with his mother because she's been, MIA for 2 days. And here it is, their first official Christmas together. And she's not returning none of his phone calls, none of his messages. He's getting worried because he found old letters that she wrote that, she never could send him because she didn't know where he was. Wanting to be with him for Christmas. So he's thinking like, okay, this is our first Christmas together. Where is she then? And Steve feels like she's just flaking out, probably skip town, whatever, to go do whatever it is she does. Probably, thinking about herself or whatever. But Trip, I'm glad his instincts are kicking in because Trip was like, I'm not buying that shit. Trip was like, I am not buying it. Something's going on. So for his sake, Steve was like, okay, I'll bite. Maybe something is going on with her. Even though he still doesn't believe it. He's only, doing it to ease Trip's mind and he doesn't want to offend and say the wrong thing. So, he's just going along at this point to get along. As he should, in my opinion. As he freaking should. So anyway, moving on from that, I can't wait for Trip to find out that his little psycho brother is the reason why their mama ain't around for Christmas. That's gonna be interesting. So Sammy was on video chat with Roman and Lucas and Allie when Roman pretty much put his foot in his mouth and pretty much kind of outed the whole rape thing to Sammy by telling her that, the circumstances surrounding Henry's conception. And Sammy's ears was, her shit perked up. She was like, what you mean circumstances surrounding his conception and stuff? So Allie pretty much had to let her know that she was raped in London. And Sammy understood why Allie didn't initially tell her herself, because she felt Sammy was going to make it all about her and blah, blah, blah. And, oh, woe is me, when it's not about Sammy. But I'm glad Sammy, comforted her daughter and pretty much told her daughter, like, I'm supporting you. I love your son, my grandson, unconditionally. And, she's happy that she got family there to help her get through. And she was wondering if Allie even spoke to anybody. But Allie, has proven so far to be a chip off the old block where Sammy is concerned. Especially pulling a gun on Trip, that's something Sammy would have. That's definitely something Sammy would have done. I, for me, I feel like Sammy was offering a bit of foreshadowing because she pretty much told Allie there's nothing she won't do for her daughter. I have a feeling that when Sammy comes back to town, she's going to try and get some type of revenge for her daughter. She's definitely going to try to avenge her and try to do something to Trip, or Sammy's going to interfere. She's definitely going to get involved in this. And I feel like it wouldn't be a smart thing because, number one, even though they don't know Trip is innocent, but she's talking about filing a civil suit against him, and whatever Sammy does on her behalf could affect that lawsuit. So Sammy, I think at this point, you need to let the revenge go and just let your daughter and everybody else handle it. Let the system do its job. Even though the legal system failed to do the job, but hopefully the secret comes out before Hurricane Sammy blows it. And there's no telling at this point what Lucas is gonna do, because Lucas popped up at Trip's door too. And there's no telling what that fool gonna do. Because Lucas sometimes could go off the rails too, and it's like, that's what we don't need. Because when Joey was at the pub, Joey was trying to talk about Trip and stuff, and Roman was like, yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Due to the holiday season, we don't need to be bringing that shit up and talking about the rape and Joe and Trip and all that stuff. So, I get where Roman was coming from. He was like, nah, we're not doing that today. Just let that go for now. We're not going to do this. But it is good that Allie got people surrounding her and in her family. But I do still feel like, even though she feels she's strong enough to handle this, I think it would benefit her to talk to a therapist. Because it doesn't matter how strong you are, you're going to need somebody to talk to. You could be the strongest person in the world. Everybody has their limits and their breaking points. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing wrong with going to talk to a professional. Absolutely not. So anyway, moving on from that, I am so freaking happy that Valerie was able to pop up for the birth of her grandchildren. I was souped. I said, look at Valerie. Valerie looks so freaking good, especially for a chick that just got off a plane. I'm just saying, she looked like $1 billion. I'm happy that, Lonnie and Eli reunited in time for the birth of their babies. But my whole thing is, I still feel like Lonnie owes Eli a major apology. Like, I feel like she was wrong in every aspect of the word, because Eli was doing his job, and she was upset with him during Christmas time. Well, not upset, but she was just saying, like, she didn't appreciate his tone and the way that he talked to her or whatever. I was pissed that Eli apologized to her for the way that he spoke to her. First of all, yeah, he yelled at you. He put you in your place. Yes, he did. And it was justified. It was justified because she was acting a fool. And when you act a fool, you get put in your place. She acted a plumb damn fool. Like, you chose Kristen DeMira over your husband, over justice, over what was right. That woman stabbed somebody and didn't give a crap. She didn't care. Like, she straight up stabbed somebody and she didn't give a crap about what she was doing. So you protected her. Why? I will never know. Like, I understand that her and Lonnie are friends, best buddies or whatever, but Eli was just doing his job, and she should appreciate that. So in my opinion, Eli didn't have nothing to apologize for. The man was just doing what he was supposed to do. But I'm glad that they worked it out for the time being, and he was there for the birth of his babies, and he was there to help her and, be by her side, and the parents were there. I could definitely understand why Lonnie was nervous and scared. I mean, shit, pushing out one baby is hard enough, but you talking about pushing out two? Now, the pressure is on, because that's a lot of pain and a lot of, just thoughts running through your mind, dealing with two children. That's a lot. Dealing with one is a lot. So I can't imagine dealing with twins. All that screaming and hollering they're going to be doing. I couldn't imagine. But Kayla had to pretty much give her a pep talk and let her know, like, you're strong, you're a warrior, you got this. You know, you got a great team of doctors there to help you, you know, get through it. You got a great support system to help you get through it. She got everything that she need, you know, to help her get through it. So the first child that they gave birth to was a little girl. Then the second one was a boy. I love that, you know, Eli and Lonnie had that little private moment after she gave birth, and she was talking about how she was scared, and their late child, David, pretty much his spirit was there with her, guiding her, and that's when she became stronger through him. I love that. I'm glad that they're back together. I really am. Now, they need to figure out what they're going to name these babies, though. That's what they need to figure out. Like, what are y'all going to name these children? I hope it's a good name. I really do. I really hope it's a bomb name. I think somebody on Twitter posted what the names were. I'm not too sure if they posted it. But hopefully Eli and Lonnie stick out this marriage. Hopefully Lonnie gets some common sense in the near future. I would only hope so. Because Kristen is not worth you losing your marriage over some foolishness. Like, it's just not. But anyway, I enjoyed this episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode, and I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.